Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be making a get well soon, thinking of you type card. So the pack that I'm going to be using today is going to be this set from Hobby Lobby, which I cannot remember what it's called off the top of my head. But it's, I think, like the Faith Pack or something like that. Anyway, I really like the watercolor look of all of the pages. And for my card base and envelope, or A2, I use this A2 cards and envelope pack from Walmart. It really speeds up my crafting. So I'm going to look at I've got here, and over to the side of my workstation I keep all of my packs of any form, or just like books of papers. I always keep a little envelope full of like little scraps, and like if it came with any stickers or anything like that, I'll put those in there too. Don't mind that, that's our air conditioner. It's very loud. Okay, let's get a look at some of these that we have here. Okay, I'm thinking, I'm mostly looking at the little pieces here for the outside. Let's see if we did like, I like that. Let's do that, and then we'll do a strip of white coming from this side up on dimensionals. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside and grab all of this. Set it up here, out of my way. Okay. So we're gonna give about 1/8 of an inch. Since these are scraps, I can measure them, but I don't know the measurements off the top of my head. So we've got 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. So about 1/8 of an inch border. Both of these. Okay, so there's this part of the front. Now I've got some scrap white here. I do think I want it to be smaller. This is 1.25 inches. Let's go down to 3/4 of an inch. And then I'm gonna, okay, I like it there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set it there. And then get out my scissors. These are my tape or sticky things scissors to cut that. Perfect. I'm gonna cut it on this side too, just to make sure it lines up well. Great. Now I've got lots of options for what I could have it say. I was just doing graduation cards. So that's the set of clear stamps I have out here. So I'll have to go through this stack to get to what I want. A lot of people keep stuff very organized. I am not one of those people. I'm not very good at keeping everything organized. Just keep it in one big stack. Okay, so we've got a get well soon here. This thinking of you is what I have on this clear stamp. Not doing congratulations though. Oh, look, I have this guy sitting out. I should put him away. I'm thinking of you isn't gonna fit, but I really like that one. Okay. This is not seeing anything in my clear stamps that is jumping out at me. Do probably just do this get well soon. Now, the only reason these are yellow is because this is a very, very old set a friend gave me that they found at a garage sale. So it's very sticky and very yellow, but works just fine. So now I'm going to show you, I have a set of Stampin' Write markers from Stampin' Up. So I'm going to pick the one, I think I'm going to do green, that's closest to the color of, like, I don't know, like a lightish green color that's there. So I'm going to get this piece that we trimmed off just to test markers. Let's see, we've got, that one's actually great. So I'm just going to saturate the stamp here with the brush side of my marker. Get well soon. Now I've got some little spots which you can fix two ways, either with the brush end, which is what I oftentimes prefer, or you can use the right end to get smaller areas fixed. But that's something else I like about these, because if you misstamp with like a pad of ink, it's difficult to go in and fix that unless it's black. Okay, so I'm going to stamp that off over here on the side. So now we've got the front of our card, get well soon. The inside, I'm going to have to bring back all of these papers, our big ones. I don't know, I like this, like the water stormy idea for like a get well soon, like hard times. Let me see what scraps I have of like water. Let's see, I've got this one as well. I could put a sky at the top and a water at the bottom. That's probably what I'll do. Okay. We've got water, we've got sky. So I'm going to cut the top of this sky. I'm going to need over 5 1/4 and 4. Okay, there's my sky. So, oh, covered my tape. Then the bottom is going to be a little bit more complicated. This. This one looks like it should be this way. This. Like this. And then a piece of this edge. I like that. Okay. Let's do. Glue this down. If I measure what I'm at right here, which is 5 1/8, so I'm going to cut this to 5. And that'll lay the way I want it to. This edge here. Perfect. And then we need this one. I'm thinking I'm going to bring it in. Actually, I'm going to put white on this first. So that's layered as well. So this is 5 by 2 1/2. So this is more than 5. So we're going to go 2 1/4 by 5. Oh, no, not 5. 4 3/4 because I want it to be smaller. Check to make sure it's the right size. Perfect. I'm never super precise with my glue when I'm doing big sections. only if I'm doing small things or things that are especially sensitive. Okay, so I'm gonna go in about 1/8 of an inch from the edges of these for this. So it'll be about 1/4 of an inch from the edge. So I'll line up with this, and there you go. So now this one is 3 1/4 by 2 1/2. 3 1/4, 2 1/2. So we're gonna go 2 1/4 by 3. Make sure those all line up. Press it down. And then I'm gonna try and put like a sticker over there. From what we have, let's see, we have a lot of these little crosses. Fish, we have little fish, kind of like doves in the air. Something like this. I'll put one more fish. Kind of going like that. I'll put it like that. Praying for, I just wish it said praying for you, but this will have to do. Okay, so I'm just gonna get some of my tape runner on here. Thank goodness that finally shut off. Okay, now with these, to get a little bit more creative, I have a couple of options for glue. This is my fine tipped, but 90% of the time it's clogged and I cannot get anything out of it, which is really frustrating. So I think we're gonna have to just hope and pray and use this glue, which also appears, okay, not as clogged as I thought. That's good. Okay. Very carefully using not so fine tipped glue. And really the nice thing is that it dries clear. So it's not going to be super duper obvious if you mess it up a little bit. Now I'm just using the top of this to smear around the glue. Set it down where I want it. Press it down a little bit. Looks like I did get some glue on the top of it, but you can hardly tell. Come on, wake up. There we go. I got a little fish print on my table now. I have to fix that here in just a second. We're just gonna do a good old-fashioned rub it in until it peels off. Look at that. Problem solved. Just gotta get this off my fingers before I grab the next fish. There we go. Last fishy. You know, I might use, it came with some letters. Thinking I'm gonna use those to spell you over here. Let's grab those letters. Okay. Okay. Got Y. I love all the gold in this set. It's beautiful. But it's not like too much. It's just enough that it's elegant. Okay, here is Get Well Soon, Praying for You. I think I need something on the front. I'm just gonna put one of these little, oh no, I ripped it in half. Never mind, let's grab a different one. One of these gold hearts. Just so there's some gold on the front as well. Now, I'm gonna grab my envelope, and I like to make my envelope kind of match this. So there's a couple different ways I can do that. I think what I'm gonna do is grab the same green that I did the Get Well Soon with and find some stamp that I like that matches. I'm gonna go over to my bucket of stamps. Well, one of my buckets of stamps. See what we can find. One says Happy Easter, so not that one. There's lots of snowflake options. I want like water. Actually, I wonder if I have a dove somewhere. Let's look. Sorry to be off screen so much, but the buckets are very much off screen. Okay. Got this little thing, got a bee and a rose, and I like the rose. Let's see what else we've got in here, because I don't remember. We've got other flowers. It's just too Christmassy. I think I'm just going to use that butterfly. And probably a flower. Not a flower, a heart. Okay, let's pull this out. Little butterfly. I'm gonna do another one. Little butterfly, one more. Little butterfly. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna grab one of those hearts that I put on this guy, golden, and here. And that is our Get Well Soon card.